Anybody else who would like to make any comments? Ms. Chili?
Cecilia Chili, Gillette. I have two comments, one of which is in reference to the Mazza de Silva project. I remember clearly Mr. Pigeon stating that each of the parties would be contributing $100 for the search. Now, you mentioned that the search became far more involved than initially. Now, what was the actual cost of the whole project to the town? Because Mayor Vitorero was very clear in stating that the taxpayers would not be paying for this.
They're being billed for the difference.
They are being billed. And will we know what the difference will be?
Yeah, it's a couple $100.
Okay, we just want to know for sure.
No doubt about it.
The other thing is, you were very clear in stating that the FRAC committee meetings would be open to the public. And Mr. Schlegel was correct on that. The other thing I want to mention is, it wasn't Mr. Schlegel that accused you of nepotism and patronage and cronyism. It was me. And I'm not apologizing for it. And I don't want a lecture from you or anyone else on what I can come up here and say, and what any citizen can come up here and say to this committee. Thank you.
Thank you.
And you know what? Anybody's entitled to say anything they want, even the lies. That's fine.
We are all entitled to come up here in front of this committee and say
Absolutely.
whatever
Criticism
we
invited
want
at any
without
time.
a lecture from you, Mr. Arroyo.
No, I can respond.
Thank you.
When you, Ms. Chili, excuse me, when you are accusing me of breaking the law, you will get a response. Whether you like it or not, you will get a response. In this particular case, there's no nepotism. I'd love to see what you're talking about.
Okay, do we have any other comments from the public? Yes, sir.
Yeah, but no comment. I just have a question.
By the way, I want to pass our condolences
Thank
to your family on your loss.
I just wanted to ask you guys a question, okay? On a sewer plant business, you know? Are we gonna put Band-Aid on it? The money that we're gonna spend on the sewer plant? Are we gonna upgrade it? Are we really gonna do a job on the thing? Or is it gonna be one of these things where we put a Band-Aid on it, and then 2 years from now, 3 years, maybe 4 years, we'll be doing it all again?
If I could speak for the entire committee, I think we're all in agreement that we want to make it a permanent solution.
Okay.
Is that, am I
along with
speaking
that,
accurate?
I don't know yet. I was on the committee for a couple of years, and I really have to see the numbers and see, it's going to be a very elaborate, intricate process. It's going to entail a lot of different avenues that you have to address it, and we really have to see exactly how much it's going to cost, because I think the costs are going to be staggering. It's in my estimation that we should perhaps consider and talk about maybe having a referendum on it, because I think that the people of this town should have a buy-in and should realize what we're doing. It's like when schools go for extra construction, it's just much better that they go and vote for it, because at least you can look at them and say, you voted on it and this is what we did. I know that I took a lot of criticism because of things that were done in the past, and I really don't want future committees to take criticisms for what maybe this committee or next year's committee might do, because we're talking about a lot of money here. And it's a huge capital expense. And, I just feel like the people should weigh in if this is a direction we should go.
Ms. Genovese, the public has the right to file a protest against any bond ordinance. That's why there's a 20-day period after second publication, enforce a referendum, a binding referendum on any bond ordinance.
But I think it should be just a buy-in where we get the people to be excited about it, and so that we don't cause a lot of strife and a lot of discord.
So in other words, we don't really have any idea how it's going to impact individual people, users at all.
Well, we're still, the Sewer Advisory Committee meeting has met, I think it's only 4 times so far this year. And these are the experts that we put together, some of whom had been on the committee previously. And we're looking at solving both the I&I problem, which is the principal problem that's causing the problems with overflow at the plant, but also to improve the infrastructure of the plant and to expand or improve at least the capacity of the plant so that we could tie in as many people as possible within, keeping in mind that there are going to be some of the constraints that unfortunately, because of our topography, we can't avoid.
Yeah, I understand.
So no doubt, we want to make the best possible solution, a solution that's hopefully as permanent as possible, keeping in mind, of course, Ms. Genovese's comments, I agree with, that, we want to make sure that people are going to approve of the actions we take.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for your
Thank you. Any other comments? Okay. Yes, sir.
Gary Pratt from Gillette. I just want to follow up on two things that I brought up the last time I was here. One, I wonder if you could give us an update on the meeting that you had with the students from Rutgers about the Valley Road project,
I wish I could.
particularly in terms of sidewalks.
The interesting thing is I'm going tomorrow. I was supposed to go last week, and because of conflicts, I couldn't do it. But I will be attending their classes tomorrow, so I'll have a report for you next week. Is that okay?
That's great, thank you. The second thing that I wanted to bring up was also a reminder of a commitment that you made that I probably should have brought it up during the Communications Advisory Committee, but also the request about putting minutes on the
Yes,
on the
guaranteed,
website.
guaranteed.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Yes, sir.
Bob Harris, Millington. First, I'd just like to thank Mr. Aronio and his family for volunteerism that they share in their family. And then the second public point I just might want to make is that there was a lot of people biting their tongues for many years, and when we didn't quite agree with the politics, but I will say that you were all elected by us, and being that you're elected, you get to vote. And I do appreciate Mr. Aronio for not voting when the issue of nepotism did arise. And finally, I'd like to ask that, people that really may not agree with the vote, please extend the same courtesy that we've given you over the years. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.